Chill.
And it's your boy Will.
And this is the Pull Up Podcast.
With Chill Will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, it's episode 13. Y'all already know what time it is. We got a very special. Y'all know what time it is, god dang it. We got a very special guest in the building.
Yes.
And before we get into talking about her, we're going to want to let y'all know real quick. Y'all make sure y'all rate, like, and review on the podcast, on YouTube, on everywhere where y'all listen to podcasts. Yes. We having a good time doing this podcast, but we hope y'all been enjoying this. Each and every week that we bring it to you, it takes a lot of work, effort to put this together. Make sure you motherfuckers are entertained. You know what I'm saying? We trying to. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
We hope that you are, and if you are, make sure you give us 5 stars. In the meantime, in between time, let's get to our very special guest. Y'all know what time it is. It's Tuesday on the Pull Up Podcast.
Yes, sir.
That means we always gonna have a very amazing and very special guest.
Let's go.
Hey, Bonita Jalane is in the building, y'all.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Not only y'all having me, like I really just like pulled up on y'all. It's
literally.
pulled up on Instagram and then pulled up on y'all. So
That's
let's
the
go.
vibe. That's the vibe.
It's all the vibes.
That's the vibe. We just make it happen out here.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I love
From
it.
a comment on Instagram to,
Yes,
the couch.
to here, to the couch.
Same day.
That's how it happens.
Listen, when alignment, when you're in the right place, the right timing for everything, it's just smooth. That's how it gotta go.
Come on, alignment.
Yes. And
When the chakras and everything is in tow, you know what I mean?
Yes, peace.
It's nothing but peace.
And that's the goal that I'm in right now. Like everything, I don't want nothing forced now. Everything has just been smooth. And if it's not smooth, it ain't for me.
It's the best way to live life.
Toast to that.
You gotta go through something to really understand that, though.
Yes, you do.
Once you get tired of going through stuff that you cannot change, you're just like, okay, is this what it is? All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
It's temporary.
And that exactly temporary. And the crazy thing about that is there's no timing of when it's going to change. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I went through like almost a 2-year of like a stunted, didn't know what I was gonna do, just a limbo kind of situation. And as soon as I said that I was gonna get out of this rut, not know what was me, shake myself off, get back to where I was gonna be, right after that, the opportunity's just been opening, door after door after door. Literally, when I said it, it's like, oh, let me stop procrastinating, let me start putting this together. Literally, I was on TV the next week.
Man, look at how God works.
Life is perception.
That's how it
man.
works.
Life is
It works,
perception.
So I'm all about the alignment, I'm all about the timing, and I'm all about just going with the flow and only controlling what I can control.
Absolutely.
Man, I've been reading this book and I feel like I'm giving shameless plugs that I probably shouldn't give. But there's a book that I'm reading right now called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Have you read that book?
No, but now I'm gonna look it up because I love when people give me book recommendations.
You need to read it. And I got this from Charlamagne. Shout out to Charlamagne, the guy.
Okay, Charlamagne.
Who's one of my favorite personalities in the world.
He's gonna be on the show.
Man, hey,
Let's
listen.
speak it
Let's
into
speak it
existence.
into
Come on.
existence. That's what I'm talking about.
By our powers combined.
He's coming to the show.
And I just want to be in the audience watching.
It's going to be a live show. It's going to be amazing. Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah.
Yes.
Charlamagne, shout out to you. Pull up on us, man.
Yes.
But anyway, in this book, it talks about that. It's literally like the anti-forcing everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a book about like stop forcing everything. It's just let things be. You know what I'm saying? Let them be, and as they are, you'll kind of just alignment will work itself out.
Exactly.
Not saying don't do anything.
And I was gonna say, not saying don't do the work. You are doing the work, and sometimes you have already laid the path to do the work, and you just you keep forcing it, and it's for no reason. Just let it flow. Just continue to sit in the fact, and I'm manifesting so much more now because I'm believing that, and so everything is just happening the way it needs to happen, and when it needs to happen.
There you go. Absolutely.
I went through a 2-year situation like that too, and so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And once you, like I said before, once you finally start letting the things go that's bothering you, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
now that I know what I don't want,
Yes.
let me focus on what I do want,
That you do want. Yeah.
and let me go get it. But let me be patient enough
Yeah.
to let that thing manifest itself in its own due time.
Exactly.
As I'm diligent
Exactly.
in what I'm supposed to be doing. Because that's where we get messed up. Like
And-
you said, we're trying to rush it. We're trying to do it on our own so much.
There you go.
We don't even give time and destiny an opportunity to work.
And what I learned too, like time is it's not real. It's real. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna explain it a little bit to you. Like within the time where I was in my depression and going back and forth, I was trying to figure out what was next, you know. And I'm like, I don't know. It was one of those things where I was okay with not knowing. Once I got past the depression part of it, and I was just during the rut, it was like, okay, I know I'm not depressed anymore, but I know that I'm not in the place where I want to be. But I don't know what time I'm gonna get out of it. But it was a collective. The world was going through it. So I gave myself grace. Like we were in a situation where we were all going through something because of the pandemic and everything that was going on. So I gave myself grace to say, okay, Bonita, this is not usually you. Right. So it's okay. And I lost so many people back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And so I was like, okay, give yourself grace. Get out of it. But once I got out of it, the situationships, you know, life happening. And I said, let me get out this bed. Let me start focusing and write my stuff down again. It was literally like God was like, okay, now she's ready.
Right.
Go ahead. Let me open this up.
You can't do it all at once.
Yeah.
You have to. If there's a blockage, you have to deal with the blockage. Before you can get to the gains. Yeah. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about
at the same time. It's not gonna work.
Let's talk about that, right? Because so we have a lot of, especially when it comes to like artists, because you know a lot of people that watch this. Like artists, creators, and things like that. So we always want to let's give them some gems. You know what I'm saying? So how do you guys find your way past those? Like, how did you find your way out of it? How would you find your way out of it? Because it's probably somebody going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? Watching this. So how do we find our way out of that? Because you can easily get stuck in. I think.
100%. I think we all have, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not. Maybe I'm too real sometimes to the industry, but I'm not fake. I'm not one of those that's gonna be in a panel and be like, "This is how I do it. This is how you have to do it. This is how you succeed." That's not true because everybody's journey is different. Right. So my journey is not gonna be the same for somebody else. Only thing that I can give you is keep going and push through it. And whenever you get out of it, that's on you. But don't compare yourself and your journey to anybody else's because it's going to make you even more depressed. I was at a point where people would say like, why are you depressed? Like I literally, my song played on the radio for the first time. My song Retro played on the radio for the first time. I literally was opening for Carl Thomas, Chrisette Michelle. I was doing big things where people were like, okay, why are you sad? And out of that, I realized like I was still sad in that moment because I still needed the help that I wasn't getting. And I thought I had. It wasn't fulfilling because it only was me doing it on my own and people that was pretending to be a part of my team and different stuff. And he started opening up more doors. And when you woke and you see different things, it's a scary feeling because you can't not see it anymore. Right. And so that was making me depressed. I was feeling all these different feelings. I was feeling what the world was going through. I was feeling what my family was going through. And it was all on top of like, I'm happy. I'm enjoying each moment. Because even what I've learned, like now that I'm healing, because I'm still healing. Yeah. I've learned that each moment is temporary. The happy moments and the sad moments, they all temporary.
They're all temporary.
Because it's
and
life.
They all come from moments, and like they say, reasons for every season, right?
Yes.
Because it's gonna come to it, you know, something I heard today just reminded me. It just brought it back to me because it's something I've heard for a million times. But it's like you're gonna keep going through that thing in your life until you learn the lesson. It's gonna keep rolling. It's gonna keep a roller coaster. Learn the lesson. Yeah. It's like, and then one day something just clicks and it's like, all right. Oh. I've been going through this.
Yes.
Like, over and over.
And then guess what? It's gonna be another one.
Yeah.
So you've got past that, and I see it as levels. Even like levels in life and levels being an artist, being a creative is levels to it. So I was like Donkey Kong. One of my friends came into town and he was like, "Bonita, you was just on the radio." I was like, "Yeah, that's just another level. I just got to the princess. I didn't finish the game yet. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother level."
Hold on, your friend's name is Donkey Kong?
No, I'm just.
I'm saying that's a hard ass name.
Listen, no, I was just thinking about the game.
Y'all call me Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Nobody steal that name. Somebody next week somebody gonna be Donkey Kong.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just different levels to it. And and if you look at even the ones that's on top or successful that we see as successful, they're always trying to get to another level too. Yeah. We're never satisfied.
Life in general is about levels. Yes. Unless you are a person that wants to live your life in stagnance, there's going to always be a form of growth that's going to precede a moment after moment after moment after moment. And, you know, understanding that all of those moments aren't going to feel good.
No.
But when you know that the ultimate end to whatever it is that you're getting to is the greatest thing, then all that stuff that comes in the middle, it's not so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's an end goal.
Yeah.
When you're stuck in this place and you think you're going to be there forever, yeah, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to stay there because that's what you're focusing on.
Yep.
And so, that's what I learned. I learned to stay focused on what it is that I want to gain out of the situation.
Tunnel vision.
And then when it comes to dealing with negativity or, adversity, there's always a lesson in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So rather than to sit and bask in what's wrong, I choose to find the good, the growth, and everything that happens in my life, be it good, be it bad. And it's literally not so bad anymore. It's uncomfortable sometimes.
And it's choices. I make the joke all the time. Like, I'm really into Marvel and stuff like that. So
Me too.
So I make the choice all the time. I always say it's choices. And I feel like when certain choices you make determine your timeline. And so we all have different timelines. And it's multiverse. Exactly. There's so many different multiverses. And so you choose like recently I just came back from Mexico and I was like, something upset me, and I either I could have chose to sit in that moment, be upset and ruin like the last night of my trip, or pass the moment, get past it, and be like, okay, no, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna do something else. And so you have different timelines. So what if you would have had that last drink that night, and then you would have, it's just certain things where if you choose something, it determines what your next step is gonna be. Right. I'm living my life in the what's my next step? What's the next timeline?
and one thing that I want to encourage everybody to do that I'm starting to notice for myself is like when I really reflect in those moments of meditation that I have, and I sit down and I really reflect, I've manifested everything that I said that I would.
Say that.
Good and bad.
Good and bad.
Yep.
Good and bad.
Yes. Talk about it.
I manifested it all.
Yes. Talk about it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
it's scary.
And it's scary.
And it's scary sometimes because for the stuff that I did that I manifested that was bad, it's like, damn, I did manifest that.
Yeah.
Like, I brought that on myself. I've made great money. I've been broke as hell.
Yeah.
And I've been sad in both
both
spaces.
You just never know. Yeah.
So I realized like it wasn't necessarily the money. You know what I'm saying? Or it wasn't necessarily the position or the standing that I was in. It was just how I view things, my perception, my perspective of what's going on around me.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's just one thing that I just, I just something so small. I was like, yo, when I dropped this record, I was telling Lala, I was like, yo, I'm gonna have this played at Sparkles. They're gonna play it at Sparkles. They're gonna play it at all the, and then a DJ hit me the other day, tagged me in the shit talking about like playing at Sparkles right now.
See, yeah.
And I'm like, and then that's when it hit me. I was like,
you really can.
Everything that I've ever said that I was gonna do, happened, good and bad.
Good and bad.
Life and death is literally
in the
power of the tongue.
Power of the
He
tongue,
that love it that shall eat the fruit thereof.
Okay, talk about it.
That's one of my favorite. Mama say, black mamas gonna be like, you better read your Bible.
You better preach, boy. You better preach.
You just made my mama proud.
Make me shout up in here now. Make me shout.
That was one of my favorite. That's always been one of my favorite passages from the Bible. One of my favorite proverbs from the Bible is life and death is in the power of the tongue, and he that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
That's so true.
Meaning whatever that fruit is, whether it be life or whether it be death, that's what you will reap.
Yes.
That's the harvest that's going to come
everything.
From it. So, man, go ahead, T. I'm sorry.
No. A couple of years ago, man, I started seeking, financial knowledge, just being more financially literate, being more conscious of how I'm spending my money and all these types of things. And, I just started speaking. First, it was me speaking a financial advisor into my life. Got me into my mutual funds and got me set up for my own retirement and all this kind of stuff. And then
shout out to Josh.
And then shout out to my homie Josh, incredible guy.
Helped me out as well.
You know what I'm saying?
With Josh at.
And then it was, I want to get into, I want to get into real estate. I want to get into, stock market. And as I'm speaking these things to myself, as I'm getting into these things, incorporating these things into my life, what starts happening? Now, I've been living for all these years, and these people ain't coming around. All of a sudden, when I start speaking these things, people that do these things, that are into these things, are just randomly coming into my life.
Yes.
Because I began to speak it, and I began to believe it, and I began to be conscious and aware of it coming into my life.
shall men
and the
sow
crazy thing
into
is with
your
that
bosom.
consciousness too, which I know what I learned as well. Everybody hears those prayers. Everybody hears those manifestations. So sometimes you have evil people that come that way too. I wanted to do festivals and different stuff like that. And it was crazy because right when I said, like, I brushed myself off, I got this thing that I was going to do Rolling Loud. And this is a transparent truth moment. And so I got the email and I was like, I put myself in a thing where I don't get excited anymore until it's like right to happen. You've been in this industry forever.
Yeah,
exactly.
We all get that. Everybody be like, you're about to perform next week at the Grammys. We be like, okay.
Yeah, wait. When I get the flight.
We'll see when I get the flight and the check and
exactly.
and sound check and itinerary.
Exactly. And so that would happen. And so I got the contract. Everything was coming through. I sent it to my friend who actually did Rolling Loud with a different artist. And then I sent it to my entertainment lawyer. And I'm like, okay, something. It's just we know discernment. I've had to learn with my healing to say, like, I'm always going to go with my first mind now. Because I didn't before. Yeah. And then I will regret it. And then I'll be like, oh, what did I, and I knew that. Oh, I knew that. Now I'm listening to myself. Yeah. And whoever's talking, like, I'm listening. And so something sent right me from the beginning. And when I sent this to somebody else, they reached out to the actual person who they were claiming to be. And it was fraud.
Oh, wow.
They had literally copied a contract and everything. Wow. And I was so distraught about it. Like the price was right. And let me tell you how it was crazy because I had just manifested. I found out that somebody from my team was telling people that my price was $10,000. I'm a new artist. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff, but my price is not $10,000. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it really hurt me. And on the contract, that's what they were paying me. So I'm like, wow, look at that. I'm about to, and something just didn't sit right with me. It was just crazy. And instead of me being sad about it, I was just like, you know what? I already knew. I went with my first mind. I didn't send them because they asked me to send them credit card information to book it beforehand. But why do you need my credit card information to book it beforehand? It just started getting iffy. Right. And I literally was like, I just canceled it. I said, I'm not going to do it anymore. I actually had somebody be my liaison role manager. And he was like, no, we're not going to do it. Right after, I did not feel bad about myself. I didn't cry. I wasn't sad. I got the call to do 11 Alive.
Wow. Hey. Just like that.
Just like that. Literally. Like that. And I was just like, I couldn't even be sad about that anymore because and then I still was excited, but I wasn't excited until I knew. Yeah. I was like, this is the day I'm doing it. And then once the producer calls me and said, Bonita, this is what you're doing. This is the time you got to be there. I was like, okay, now I can get excited. All right, now we lit. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yes. And I talked about being on TV since I've been on TV, but being on Fox, like, come on now.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Just national TV in general. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists don't get that opportunity.
And now I'm claiming the next is Today Show. That's the next thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the Today Show of Atlanta. I'm doing the Today Show in New York. Let's do it.
Can I manifest it with you? I want to manifest with you.
Yes, let's go.
We're going to be on the Today Show together, me and Bonita.
Yes. You already know, Mom.
We just gonna run into each other. We're gonna both get separate contracts
and that's how
and run into that. We be like, run
into You think most of the people in the industry, when they be so close, they're like, how they know each other? Because they came up together. Yeah, we've been doing it together.
Went through all them changes together.
I went to my homie Robbie's show last night. Shout out to Robbie. He did his strange show last night. It was off the chain. This is an incredible event. But I got in there. And, I'm meeting people, what I'm saying? My girl with me. She's like, man, how do you know all these people? I'm like, man, we've been grinding. Like, these are all the people that I've been seeing grinding in this city since I got here. Like, these are all the same people. And this guy, and now he played for Summer Walker.
And then this one, exactly. Yes.
And then it's like, and you just look around and you're like, like,
and give it.
We're a part of that number. You know what I'm saying? It used to be like, I'm trying to. And then you look around and you're like, wait a minute.
You're a part of that number.
You're part of that number.
But let me tell you, the bad part about that was, especially just dating, like starting to date over it again. I went on a date, right? And I was telling a guy, oh no, I'm a local artist. Like, not too many people know about me. We go to the movie theater. We walk in. Bonita! They was on a whole red carpet. Okay, we need you to do red carpet. Like the publicists that I work with, everybody. And I was just like, I just told this man.
Nobody knows me. Oh no.
Yeah. But it's just because of the grind of being in Atlanta. Just just people know who you are. And someone told me this, like, Bonita, I love the fact that you're humble, but you have done the work. So stop thinking you haven't. Continue to do the work.
I was just, man, thank you for bringing that back up because that's okay. So now let's touch on that because again, a lot of creators watch this. So let's talk about pricing yourself.
Yes.
As an independent artist or as a creative and things like that. So I just had a moment the other day where I was talking to the owner of the studio that I work at, and we were having a conversation. I was telling him my price for the amount of work that I was about to, cause you know what I'm saying? I'm like one stop, like we do one-stop shops stuff. And I give him my price. He was like, that's really low. And I was like, word? And it was like north of like, it was like, I was like, okay, I'll just throw it out there. I gave him a number that was less than 1,000, more than 500.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Somewhere in there. He was like, bro, that's low. And I thought about it and I was like, man, that shit is low.
Yeah.
The next day I had a conversation with somebody and he was like, yo, I'm trying to da-da-da-da. I was like, yo, it's 2 G's for this, that.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, well, I'll go get the money. I'll call you back. I'll get the deposit. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Just like that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, how do you price yourself? And two, I just want to say, like, to us, we got the experience.
Yeah.
It's niggas coming up behind us that don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's worthy of their investment. It's worth just like it was worthy of our investment when we was coming up.
I'm learning the power of no, because at one point, like especially Green, just moving to Atlanta, just trying to get your name out there. It's like you just want to be on the stages. You just want to be in the building. But now I have the experience behind it. So now it's the power of it's okay to say no if you don't know my value.
Indeed.
And it's okay that the audience is not your friends. The audience is not the people that know you. The audience is the people that don't.
Right.
The ones that will see the value and like, oh, wow, what? That is all you asking for? I mean, if you have a budget to do an event and you want entertainment, you have the budget to give them something. You cannot tell me that you're putting on something and you don't have a budget for an artist, or you have artists paying for different things. I'm not with it. It's just, if you want to do I've done the showcases. I've been there. I've been in the basements. I've done the thing. But I have one thing and I don't know if it's because my mom instilled this in me. I have never once paid to be on somebody's stage.
Yeah.
I think the key is one of the keys is to understand that there's seasons for everything.
Yes.
So what we're talking about, doing stuff for nothing, doing stuff for low prices, there's a season for that.
Yes.
Yeah. That season is when you or yourself are learning.
Yes.
But there's value to what
and it's an opportunity in it.
An opportunity for both people.
Yeah, it has to be a both thing.
To grow, you use it to make some money. But at a point, you have to say, okay, I'm done taking this just so I can get some work.
Yeah.
And I have to set myself apart. Mm-hmm. At some point. At
some point, you just got to put your foot down, just a little bit.
You're gonna have to take a hit. You're not gonna make some. You're not gonna make money for a little while.
Your phones will be dry a little bit.
you have to weed out the people that want to pay the low price.
Exactly.
And you have to get to the people that will pay the higher price. So there's a gap between there.
There's a gap,
but we have to learn
it's just a
to
matter
be
of
okay
setting
in that space.
Yeah. And it's a negotiation. I'm not going to sit here and say, this is my price and it's stuck to it. No, it's a negotiation. Like, you want to be on that stage just as much as I want to be on that stage sometimes. And it has to be alignment for both of us. So literally just negotiate. Just don't play me. Like, just understand that I put in work. I put in studio time. I built my own studio in my house. Like, you know what I'm saying? I put in work just as much as anybody who works a regular job. So just give me some kind of credit, because our opportunity is not going to pay not one bill.
And years of experience. It's wild. Let me just tell y'all, anybody watching right now, it's wild to us, professional musicians at any level. It's wild to us that you would disrespect us in such a way as to try to pay us a small amount for the amount of years of experience that we have. Like a doctor, you pay a doctor that much money, and you really don't pay. It's not you paying a doctor. It's really the insurance companies and all that stuff that's intertwined, and everybody making money off your sick ass. Right? so I'm just keeping it real. But doctors, anyway.
That's a great way to start. Doctors? What about them?
They like to play with your ass.
How about those doctors?
What we're talking about is people willfully paying doctors, lawyers, all these people that have went to school for years and years and years.
And they practicing on us. We
craft.
don't even know what they really
That's
practicing.
why they call it a practice.
Right.
Hey, we just practicing.
We just practicing.
You sick? Okay, cool. Okay. Oh shit, he ended up dying. Oh shit, hey, we just practicing.
Listen. As
like a game of operation.
Right?
That's what it is. I feel like that was the very first.
That
was the very first doctor's training course. They was just like, hey, use this right here if you can't. and hey, it only happened 2 times.
He's a surgeon.
Yeah, he's a surgeon. Go down down that hall. We're gonna send you out there with the rest of the surgeons.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
No. But as a musician, locally, playing in the city, I can remember when I first came out here when I was about 17 years old, started playing in the city. What was the average pay then? Average pay for a gig in the city around that time was between, on the low end, $100. On the high end, $250, maybe $300. On the very high end for a local gig around town. Mm-hmm. What is it in 2022?
The same.
Basically the same.
Basically
the same. Mm-hmm. Inflation, all kind of stuff going on. Mm-hmm. And everybody's still trying to pay the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Everything's
it's ridiculous.
But it's because we accept it. A lot of folks accept it, and they accept it because it's like if y'all on our pay scale, our pay schedule is different. Y'all get paid every 2 weeks, nigga. Mm-hmm. It don't work like that when you're an entrepreneur.
That's true.
Yeah. You get paid when there's work.
It's different.
But but the crazy thing is, if someone goes and seeks you out, like for instance, they'll seek me out, like, Bonita, I want you to perform. If I do tell them no, like, this is my budget, and they say, okay, they can't get it or whatever, do it. You have 5 different other artists similar who's gonna do it for less than or for free just to get out there. Yep. And it's just, it's sad to say that's what it is, but I try to stay in my lane, of course, and make it known that they're not gonna be me. Yeah. But because there's so many different talented people who are willing to take less, it makes it hard for the ones that just want to get paid what their worth is.
Right.
So.
Now, speaking about staying in your lane, being in your lane, let's talk about the retro and the brand and the sound and all these things that come along with Bonita.
Yeah, so my name is Bonita Jalane Lane. But retro was a single that I dropped in 2014, which is crazy, and it just played on the radio in 2021.
Wow.
But listen, it's new to a whole bunch of different people, so that's all that matters to me. Nice. And it just gave it a rebirth. And so with that rebirth, right before that, in 19, I had started at shows. I would just do apparel. Like, I would bring apparel. You have your artists have your merchandise and you're selling it. And so it started selling like crazy. And I was like, Bonita, that is a really dope design that you did. Like, you should probably do more. So I was like, all right, cool. So I would do more shows and I would do more apparel, different things. And they would always sell out. So I just started selling out. So then my friend was like, well, I have a pop-up. Just come to the pop-up. The pop-up, I wasn't even as an artist. I was just coming as a pop-up with my apparel, selling out. So I was like, okay, I think I got something here. Right. Let me see what I can do with it. And then I just started doing more apparel, just getting my ideas. I'm a creative, so as a creative, you're gonna find different ways to do things. I'm an artist, not an artist in every sense of the form. Like, I paint as well, and so I was just like, okay, yeah. So I was like, I paint, I sing. I'm an artist in every sense, and I just started doing apparel. Then I just did the hip hop limited this apparel, which is I have some of those. I'll show y'all. And they just started doing it from there. And so every time I do a show, I have retro apparel with me. So, and I've now people that don't even know me as an artist, they'll say, oh, I've seen that brand before. I've seen that before. And that's like, okay, thank you. Yeah. So I feel like the more I get popular, I feel like the more the brand will get popular, and then vice versa. Mm-hmm. So whoever get there first, let's go, you know? Right. Yeah.
And you created this logo?
Yeah. So it was from... of course we all grew up. I'm nostalgic, 80s, 90s baby, and from Martin. Right. And so when we did my video for retro, the director, he was into that. He had like a shirt that said, "You go, girl." And I was like, I need you to do me just like that with retro. And so we started talking to him. He was like, he sent me another one, and I was like, it's all right. You probably seen the ones that's like a little bit of less like thinner. It was like a little smaller writing. I was like, let's try it again. So I sent it to him again, and I drew it out. I didn't know how to do it on a computer, but I drew it out, and I sent him a picture of it. And he's like, all right, cool. And he sent it back. I said, that's it. That's the logo. And I just started running with it.
It's hard too.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Dope apparel.
So thank you, Martin, for the inspiration. And then I just brought it to life. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to bring this and many more things to life when we come back from our break. We're going to take a quick break, y'all.
I was gonna do it in the accent. I ain't gonna do it. I don't want to disrespect nobody.
Do it.
And now it's time for Will's word of the day.
Bumbleclot.
Bumbleclot. Oh man, the blood clot did.
What is it today, my brother?
Will's word of the day. Oh, wait. So I shouldn't do the wait. Okay. I'm going to do a different word. So, Bonita, we do random words, right?
Okay.
Doesn't matter what the word is. I just want to be a part of teaching my people.
Just learn something.
Okay.
Just learn something.
Right.
Because you can't just watch this and laugh all the goddamn time. We
Educate
have to teach
knowledge.
you. It's edutainment.
You got to educate the people.
Education plus entertainment. Edutainment.
It's mine.
Education.
Education. So we came to educate the people, you know what I'm saying, from time to time. And so we do what's called Will's Word of the Day.
Okay.
And we just give you a random word, man. Do you have any idea? Do you have a big word that you want to share with us? Not even a big word, but like a word that's not commonly used.
No.
No? All right.
I can't think of one. All right.
We're going to give you one.
Let's do
All
it.
right. You guys ready for Will's Word of the Day? Can I get a drum roll? Decoction.
Decoction.
Pause.
Exactly. It's exactly what I was thinking.
It's given.
Yeah.
It's given. Decoction.
Decoction.
Decoction. And what is the meaning of decoction?
Or it's like, are you taking it away?
Yeah,
Decoction.
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 My name is Donkey Kong. I got that decoction.
What does it really mean?
Okay, what does decoction mean?
Decoction is a noun. It is Old French, 13th century. The liquor resulting from concentrating the essence of a substance by heating or boiling, especially a medicinal preparation made from a plant. Shit.
So what does it mean?
What's that?
What does it all mean?
So,
Liquor.
so
Let's say the liquor
decoction.
resulting from concentrating the essence. Come on, essence of a substance. So listen, the liquor resulting from the concentration of the essence of a substance. So AKA that thing wet.
wet. I'm so
Hence
confused.
decoction. Cause you know what I'm saying? No, I don't know. I don't understand it either. I was trying to make
Are we using this? Are you going to use this in the sentence?
hell.
I don't.
I'm just gonna read the sentence that I'm gonna read
Yeah,
the one
read the
they
sentence
got
they
from me.
have because I need to hear this in a sentence.
My grandmother
No.
Grandmother needed some decoction.
She needs some of that liquor essence.
Grandma, I thought you was religious.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh,
what's
no.
the sentence?
All right, my grandmother fed her own decoction.
This word is just.
I'm so confused by the word. I don't know how to.
My grandmother fed her own decoction of medicinal herbs to anyone who was sick.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you ever feel sick and you call your grandmother and she comes with, but I've been screwing up that word.
It's not a
I've been calling it concoction.
Decoction.
Right.
You know, black people mess up
Messing it all up.
Will.
For years and years.
I've been saying this for years.
Wait,
I've been saying concoction for years. Wait, it's
Will,
concoction.
wait,
I think concoction is a
No,
word.
look
but
up concoction. I'm confused.
Please.
Concoction is a word. Wait.
So what's decoction?
Oh no,
If
y'all.
you taking away from the concoction,
God.
but you not.
Oh,
my
God.
God.
I'm so
It sounds
confused.
like
Oh, concoction. Here we
Mind
go.
blown.
Concoction, the process by which morbid matter was formerly supposed to be separated from the blood or humors or otherwise changed and prepared to be thrown off, maturation, or a ripening or maturing. And it also says digestion. So we've been using concoction.
We've been using concoction
Oh,
wrong my whole life.
Oh, shit.
I was today years old.
Oh, shit.
Mind blown.
We've been using concoction the wrong way,
Oh
y'all.
my goodness.
I can't believe this concoction over here. We've been saying that wrong.
We've been saying it wrong. My grandmother been making concoctions for years.
No, she been making
And it's decoctions.
Oh,
Wow. That's crazy.
that's crazy.
See, we just learned something. We just educated
This
y'all.
is why
We have the word
the
of the
Chill
day.
Will podcast is here.
Wow. Okay, wait, look. There's
That's why you
another.
pull
there's,
up.
there's another definition. Okay, all right. See,
Okay,
okay, this
okay,
is more
okay,
like what
yeah.
we're used to.
Okay.
This is more like what we're used to. Concoction is the process of preparing a medicine, food, or
Ah.
other
Okay.
substance
Okay.
out of many ingredients, and also the result of a process.
Okay.
So concoction is a process of putting many things together.
We've been using it right. Okay.
I'm scared for a
I'm
second.
scared. I was
We're
nervous.
about to set all of black culture back.
Everybody was about to, they was about to be running around like it was about to be the world is ending. The world is ending.
That was getting real interesting.
We're about to have to go back and change literature.
That's crazy.
James Baldwin.
But it literally is anywhere you can look up in Google or on the internet. Like I make a joke that one of my family members is like Google professor. Anything you want, you can put on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Everything is on there. Is not accurate
At this point,
it's not.
And it's such a shame that people are still stupid as hell.
And
I don't get it. You got all the information in the world at your fingertips.
Yes.
But you're still dumb as hell. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
Because you want to be dumb. You want to be.
Niggas ask questions that they can ask Siri. Nigga, Siri is right there.
Yeah,
right there.
they
Just
still want to know.
She want to tell you. She want to write down. She want to make sure that she understand how your voice operate anyway. So just talk to her.
And she want to tell you stuff you don't want to know either.
Right.
Write it down, make it plain.
Siri, when is the world going to end? It's already ended.
Is it?
Anyway,
It depends on what you mean by ending.
Right. Right. Wait a minute.
Not how it used to be.
She's cutting us off.
Oh.
She's cutting us off.
It's time. Oh, hold on, let me change my voice. And now it's time for singing in the shower.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I let it rain and pour it out.
Bonita.
Is that me? Hey.
Bonita.
All right, so
What are you singing in the shower?
my mom corrected me. So Retro was not 2014. That was a whole nother single. So let's get
Shout out
the
to
facts
moms.
right, you know.
Bonita's mom is over there,
Yes,
y'all.
the
Y'all
fact
know y'all see
checker.
her.
Shout out,
Mom.
mama. It was 2018 that I dropped it. So it's not that old. So shout out to that one. And so since we are promoting retro apparel, let's just do a little bit of retro.
Hey.
Shout out to TJ, the songwriter who wrote this with me. I see you, bro. So let's do it. It goes. That's just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you like an old pair of shoes, like Jordan in 92. I'm crazy, sexy, cool. My baby fat, ain't got nothing on you. Let's chill like it's 99 or 85, just me and you. Flashback to a time when I laid eyes on you. Contact, and we were both so inseparable. I was rocking them Dookie braids, and you were chilling behind them shades, like Jodeci. Come and talk to me. Goes, let's make love to an R&B love song. You know I'm an 80s baby. My love's so retro.
Hey. Hey, we was out here. We about the cabbage patch and everything.
Hey, bringing all the dances back.
That's
Y'all-
dope. I like that.
They gotta go check. Everybody has to go check it
y'all
out
gonna
on
have to check
all
it
of the
out.
Yeah.
all
How
the
How can we
platforms.
find that? How we can find
It's
that?
everywhere. Just Google Bonita Jalane Retro or just put in Bonita Retro. It's literally everywhere. We just it's nationwide now. We were just on TV singing retro. And literally you put in Bonita Jalane, you'll see everything on the retro. If you go to my website, bonitajalane.com, it's on there. It's been on Vibe, Essence, everything. Retro has been everywhere now.
Just
so.
do me a
Fuck
favor.
your
Just
shit.
do me a favor and spell your stuff out so
gonna
that
say.
people
Yes.
people know where they're going.
Bonita Jalane is my name. Bonita, BONITA JALANE.com.
Yes.
And that's the website. And if you go there, you'll find all of my links. On Instagram, Twitter, it's Bonita Sings. So my name, but if you put in Bonita Jalane, it'll still come up Bonita Sings. And so Bonita Sings. BONITA Sings.
Amazing
Find
talent, y'all. Go
Thank you.
follow,
That
support.
girl talented.
She goes, they girl good. Girl, what you good. Hercules.
I love it. Did you learn how to sing like that in Brooklyn? No, I'm kidding.
BK.
I was waiting for her. On the corners of Brooklyn?
In Brooklyn? In the streets? And it's so funny. No, the lady who introduced me, she said, on the mean streets of... Dang, why gotta be mean?
Why you have to be
She was like, she said, she has cultivated her sound. And I was just like, oh, nice. I mean, she put that together.
Why
Yeah,
is
but-
mean streets? Because I'm black?
Yeah. it's Brooklyn, concrete make roses. Roses, flowers come from the concrete, and I came from the concrete, and I'm just growing.
If you can make it there.
Speaking of concrete, now it's time for fan questions, and my first question is, how is it dating in Atlanta?
It's concrete. There's pee in the water. There's pee in the water. There's pee in the water. I'm about to move out of hell.
Lord have mercy.
Well, you see, what I'm going to do is marry Jesus.
I'm at the point where if Jesus don't say this is him,
it's just not happening.
It's not happening. I'm at the point where I love me so much that if you cannot compete with how I treat me, then I'm okay. So. And it's nothing against you. Like, I love you, but I just want the healing that I'm doing. I just need you to come healing too. I don't want to fix no more. I feel like I'm building bear. It's a builder bear. Atlanta's a builder bear. And if I don't build them, guess what? It's like 5 other ones is ready to put them together. Man. And I don't got time. So yeah.
Let me ask. I want to ask a question about this because this is
something
that I've been curious about. Atlanta. We're in Atlanta, and there's a lot of the homosexuality and just it's out here.
That's another thing.
It's out here. It is what it is. It's out here though. But as a straight man, I found myself having to not feel so offended when I'm approached because there's so many homosexuals out here. There's so many down low men out here.
Yeah.
So how often have you run into the down low thing where you think a guy's like completely straight and then you find out like that's not the case?
Oh shit.
I haven't let's be political. I mean, it's getting hot here.
Yeah. No, hey, look. Let's just go on and say it.
Let's be political.
What people do is their business. There's none of that here. It just is what it is. We just have a conversation.
No.
Water.
To be honest with you, you would never. I mean, I have very close friends. They are that I've
down low.
No, I wouldn't say down low, but have schooled me on the game. Have schooled me on the game. And no, we've had an intervention with a few that we had to say, okay, we know that you tell certain people, but you need to tell everybody now. If you're gonna, because you have women. The sad thing, we are in Atlanta, and you have women who are okay with it. They got their girlfriend on the side. You have your boyfriend on the side, and they happy. We good. I'm just not one of them. Yeah. So, it comes to a point where it might be a red flag, and then I always be like, well, maybe he's metrosexual, or maybe he was brought up this way, and I always like check the kid. They be like, no, the flag is there. Pay attention to it. And so I think I've been around them so long that I can see the certain flags, and you could just tell. And sometimes it's not just being. I just feel like even straight men have I'm not trying to offend you guys.
No.
You guys have a border where you would rather be with your guys than your girl. And so it's certain things where it's like, okay, even straight men, you have to compete with their friends and different stuff if they're not mature enough to understand the quality of the time that they have to put into the woman.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
I just watched a podcast that talked about that very thing, and he was saying that guys like to spend time with their friends because they connect with them better.
Yeah.
These days.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we supposed to watch princess movies and shit all damn day.
But I don't watch princess movies and stuff all day. I don't watch that shit. What do you mean?
Y'all some thugs.
Come on, but it's that too. And you just gotta find someone. I mean, I just feel like when it happens, and I feel like I'm the bomb, and I think most women do, but I feel like I bring a lot to the table, and it can be intimidating sometimes dating in Atlanta, because when you do bring certain things to a table, even if a man has a lot on his own, if he doesn't feel like he can bring anything to you, it could be insecurity there. So I go through that, not just being an artist too. Like, for instance, I went on a date and I told this man that was the case, and it was kind of overwhelming because like we were just on a date and I didn't even know, and they was like pulling me for something else. So it takes a certain caliber of a man to be able to understand that.
For sure.
Straight or gay. So
yeah. Absolutely.
In general, really, yeah.
I heard you speak of fixing people. I know a lot of us sometimes think we can do that. That was actually my second question. So We all know that challenges make and mold us. Have you ever been through a challenge where you thought you could fix that person or fix something, but you end up being more broken?
Ooh. I mean, give me a day at a time. That's multiple.
You need a dissertation for that one.
Man, I could. That's a whole rabbit hole.
Tedra, get on the mic and you talk about your.
Listen,
I feel like that's a back to back to back to back to back. I feel like there's so many lessons on every single thing. And this is the sad part. Being a certain, brought up a certain way. Women are called gold diggers all the time, right? And so knowing that I'm not, but I've also not going to lower my standards, I kind of have been in between where I have dated for potential and the potential turned out to be crap, and then I've dated for someone who's a creative, who's, building, and then they turned out and they got there and then they forgot about you. So it's so many different ways you got to look at it. But I feel like as a people, we are all broken in some type of way. But if I don't see the growth of you trying to get to a better place, then I can't fix you. That's where I'm at now. I've been dragged, with trying to bring somebody up to the level that you are, or sacrificing. Like, I know I like to get my nails done. I know I like to get my hair done. I know I like, if I want an outfit or I see something I like, I'm going to go buy it. Where I would slight myself and be like, oh, you going shopping again? Oh, you getting your nails done again? And I would be like, oh no, I'm going to wait. Or I started doing my own nails at one point just for that thing to say that you have that love or whatever. And then I realized that I'm not going to do that anymore. So if you can't treat me like I treat me, like a treat me.
All right, enough shameless plugs.
So yeah, so that's where I'm at with it now. And I every day I just pray, like, listen, just bring me a match or above. Take me to a whole nother level, because I've been there. I've been at the bottom of the bottom and grinding it out and struggling. And this is our budget this is what we eating today. This is how much we can't go over.
Can I say something? No, like why y'all? What is it with women? And y'all can both speak with this. Mm-hmm. Why? What is it with women that like this? Y'all can fix a man.
That's our nature. That's our nature. We're nurturers.
But y'all know,
at the end of the day,
y'all do realize that y'all can't fix a man, right?
No.
So like every woman, I feel like that goes into the situation saying, knowing that she got a project to work on, and then be stressed about the project, and then 6 months later she like, but it's like you're the toxic one. It's not him.
Yeah, no, it's we always.
Come on, look, Mama just gave me a finger on that one.
No,
she just gave me a finger on that one. Now,
not all the time.
We gonna get Mama a mic in a minute.
Because I'm gonna be even the ones that come built together and got it together. And I'm gonna be honest, I have friends that's been married 30 plus years. The stories that I hear from them, and they successful with successful men, and the stuff that they have to do for them, I'm like, you still doing that? So it doesn't matter. It's not about fixing. It's about being a partner. It's about, those things that you put. You're always going to be fixing. I mean, as a woman, we're just more mature than you guys.
But I know.
So it's always going to be a level of certain things that we're going to teach you as much as you teach us. We're going to be teaching you a lot too. It's like,
it's reciprocal, and I think that's what's more important. Is instead of trying to do the tit for tat, it's just come together. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like we too busy. We're too busy trying to beat each other in a sense.
Right.
Like this is not a competition.
But it don't
beat each other or beat each other into submission.
I've had men. I'm not in a competition. I have had men who I want to see you succeed. I want to. Yeah. If you're not wanting to succeed with me, I don't want to be with you.
You can't.
I want to build. But I have men who are in competition with me, and it's really scary because it's like, I'm not in competition with you. I want us to do this together. I want us to build together. And they like I literally had somebody say, no, when I get my house, it's gonna be this and that. I'm like, okay, so where's the we? Are we building the future, or are you just trying to see how big you can be ahead of me, and then we can come together and build a future? So it's really hard.
I feel like that sometimes can boil down to a fear of dependency.
Ooh.
We're afraid to give someone our all because we don't want to depend on them, and we don't want to be let down. But I mean,
same with us, though.
No, it's not just me. I'm saying in general.
In general,
everything I talk about is not subjective to just a man.
Yeah.
It's both sides really deal with all the same things, maybe from different perspectives.
They do. Mm-hmm.
But it's all the same. Like he's talking about women wanting to heal. Sometimes as men, we feel like we need to heal a woman.
That's true.
And we can't. You can't do it. That's you can't do it. A person has to want to do something for themselves.
Yes.
We can help somebody. But if they're not active,
And that's a lesson that I had to learn in dating too.
Say I've never walked into a relationship saying I'm coming to fix this person. I've never done that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does.
Men do it though.
I don't think anybody does.
My point is both sides do it. That's my point.
Okay,
no, but they do. I've in the last situations that I've been in, I didn't go into it saying I wanted to fix them, but I saw different things in there that I wanted to heal or help heal them, right? But then within those lessons, I've learned that I'm not completely healed, and certain things I would realize, and I was just like, whoa, I'm not calling nobody back. I was calling somebody back to back or different things. And I'm like, okay, I had to step back now that I'm healing on the outside. I'm like, okay, you was a little bit needy. You was a little bit too much of this. You was a little bit giving too much and he wasn't giving this. He didn't give you that title. You gave it to yourself. And so when you look back at it and you watch it, you're like, okay, it's levels. You got to level up. Oh, no, this is the girlfriend package. You don't have that package. Let's get you. This is the dating package. So that's the stuff that I'm learning now. But when you in it and you just want to be with somebody and you want that love and you feel the vibe, I'm big on vibes. And so if I feel the vibe, I'm like, oh, this could be something. I'm a hopeless romantic to my heart. I don't care how many times my heart has been broken. I'm a hopeless romantic. So I have to dial that back a little bit because I have to be like, okay, somebody say, oh, you're so pretty. I want to go. You have a good vibe. I'm like, oh, okay. So when we going out, I got to dial it back a little bit and realize that everybody is not going to be the one.
Right.
And just to piggyback off what you said, self-awareness and self-acceptance is everything.
Yes.
You have to look at yourself.
You have to.
And it's like the moment you decide to do that and you start fixing those things, the other stuff, even with other people, starts lining up because your energy is not even going to let other people enter that don't belong.
Yeah.
And if they're around, they're not going to be around for too long because you're not going to allow it.
I'm not going to be here for long. Not gonna be here for long. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So that's, it's healing.
We got next?
What we got next?
You look like you pushing the song.
I know.
You next.
I'm next.
All right.
What you gonna teach us?
We there?
What am I gonna teach?
TLee's teachable moment.
TLee's teachable moment.
You know what's crazy is every time I choose something to say, it always ends up lining up with what we've been talking about.
Look,
alignment. That's the word of the day. Alignment.
Come on, y'all know this the Pentecostal podcast.
Yeah, so
that's the nickname.
The Pentecostal podcast.
The Pentecostal.
You silly.
No. So today my teachable moment is that your value is not determined by someone else's ability to see it.
Whoa, say that again.
Your value.
Chill.
Your value is not determined by someone else's ability to see it.
Damn.
Because we sit and we wait around for validation. Your value is not determined by someone else's ability to see it. And I say this because we sit around a lot of times and we wait for validation from other people. We can be extremely talented. And this is something that I've dealt with. All of my teachable moments really come from my own inner thoughts and feelings of myself and things that I've dealt with, things that I've learned from, things that I've overcome. We sit around and we wait for people to tell us how great we are. We wait for people to give us the likes. We wait for people to give us the comments and the accolades. And until we get it from them, we feel like it's worthless. And they're waiting on us to show them exactly how valuable we are so that they can actually give love to it. So we can't wait on them.
We have to know everything.
Who we are for ourselves and be like go-getters. Like my friend Bonita here. She been in the trenches. My homie, he been in the trenches. Yeah. We do what it takes because we believe in what we do. Yeah. And even at our lowest moments when we feel like we're not worthy, we have to still know that we are.
Yes.
There you have it.
Oh. I love it. That summed up everything.
Oh, man, can I say one last thing today? I normally don't like doing that because then we drag shit up.
No, that was beautiful.
Just one last thing. So we were talking about this earlier, and a lot of people, they have it backwards. They wait to be motivated before they act. But it's the other way. You have to act. And then the acting will inspire you, and then it will motivate you, and then that cycle continues. That cycle just continues. So act first. This podcast is that. We didn't know what we was gonna do.
Oh man.
We just acted.
At all.
And then literally everything started because we didn't have these lights. When y'all was watching episode 1, it was dark and dim. now it's clear and bright. And
Turn off the lights.
Just came to us. Everything just came to us because we acted, and as we were acting, we got inspired.
Yeah.
And then we were motivated to continue to grow this thing, and then it motivated other people, you know what I'm saying, to want to come on the show like Bonita. Like our very, very, very,
Hey. Man, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
At such a last minute notice, you came and filled the spot so just incredible.
And sometimes it's just like that moment of just interacting and showing that I see you guys. I see what you were doing. And okay, y'all need me on there. Okay, what we doing? And then it was like it was a joke, but it turned okay, I'm joking, but I'm serious. Like, what are we doing? And then literally DM like, okay, we actually had a cancellation. Okay, happened to be available.
Yeah.
At that moment. And the timing. So timing and alignment.
Perfect.
Because when you are in position.
Yes, sir, Doc.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Man, we gotta get the keyboard.
That's the only thing missing. For the live show, we gotta have T on the organ. Oh my God. Yo, y'all know what time it is. Please rate, like, review, comment.
Yes.
If y'all love the podcast, man, please let us know. You know what I'm saying? It keeps us going. It keeps us moving. You know what I'm saying? Like TLee said, we're going to keep doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate any love that y'all decide to want to send in our direction. We appreciate it because we sending you love and light as well. Mm-hmm. We want to shout out one more time our very, very special guest, Bonita Jalane.
Bonita.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Incredible.
I've had so much fun. Thank you so much for having me.
We had so much fun with you as well.
Go to the website.
Yes, BonitaJalane.com.
Yes. Patronize.
Yes, retro apparel. We have the hip hop apparel series that just dropped. That's over here. Sorry, shameless plug. We got Biggie. We got Tupac. We got.
See it. Open it.
Open it up now.
At least one of them.
All right, I'll open up Biggie.
I want the Biggie one.
Yes, they are limited apparel, so meaning because I don't want nobody to sue me, so they're limited, so you get it.
Okay.
But this is it right here. This is Biggie.
Shout out to Biggie.
Hey.
I'm from Brooklyn, so you know we had to do Biggie.
Hey, come on.
I'm from
Stand
Brooklyn,
up.
so we had to do Biggie.
Best of stand
I think that's what you're
For the
supposed to
hip
say.
hop ladies, of course, the originators. We got Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper.
Yes.
I got so much love.
We have a fave. We have
We'll find out
LL.
tomorrow. It's okay. What? It's not the right.
Find out next Tuesday.
LL is in the
It's not the
building.
right
We have
group.
bucket hats too on our website, Retro Apparel Bucket Hats.
Shout out to the bucket heads.
And then we got Pac, and my mother is wearing the last one, which is Heavy D. That's the last one.
Hey,
Yes,
shout out to Heavy
Heavy
D.
D.
Overweight love
Yes.
in the hand.
And then
Hey.
and so these are gonna be limited, and the next series is gonna be the R&B retro series. So yeah, so
Ooh,
look
I
out
need
for
that
those.
R&B. I
Yeah.
need that R&B retro.
Yes.
Don't put R. Kelly on my shirt though.
No. Yeah. First of all, I'm not even wet. Who? Okay.
Yeah. You remind me of the pen.
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but definitely go get retro apparel. Is everywhere. If you see me at a show, I have it with me. But if you go to the website, you'll be able to get anything. Support. I'm a black business as well.
Yes.
Support our black businesses, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Support businesses, you know what I'm saying? Support businesses that are doing amazing things out here. We're doing amazing things. Y'all know
Yes.
what time it is. It's your boy Will.
It's your boy Chill.
Anytime you want, anytime you want.
Anytime you will.
Pull up on Chill Will.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes,
and we
sir.
out.
Out of here.